Hey, what is up guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at 7 of the best free invoicing software for small business. Now, whether you're brand new or maybe you're more established and you're looking for invoicing software, that's what we're going to be diving into here in today's video. Of course, some have free versions of it, some are completely free, and others are sort of a combination of the both where they offer maybe a payment processing platform as well. So we're going to be diving into all the different types of free invoicing software and which might be the best fit for you in your small business, because each kind of fit a different type of use case scenario as to which again might be the best fit for you. Now, if you do want to check out the software, any of the software mentioned here in today's video, there will be links linked down below in the video description. You can go ahead and check those out to follow along, again, some of which are affiliate links, which is a great way to help out and support the channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the number 1 spot. So at the top spot here, we have Wave. Now, Wave is also an accounting and finance-based software, but they also offer free invoicing. So they offer invoicing software that also connects into your accounting software, because they do also offer free accounting software as well. I have covered a more in-depth video on Wave. Again, I've covered many of the different platforms and companies that we're mentioning here in today's video in other videos. If you do want to learn more about each of them, or if you again do just want to check them out, you can go ahead and check out the links down below in the video description. Now, Wave does have, again, a free version, and that it does include the invoicing software as well. And the nice thing about Wave when it comes to setting up invoices is you really do have a lot of customization over the look and feel of them. You can set them up sort of like a modern, contemporary, or a classic look. As you can see here, you can change the colors, add your logo, and really make it look and match your business how you want it to look. And it is nice and easy to get started with. I highly recommend utilizing Wave for what they have to offer. In terms of their pricing when it comes to the invoices, now this is something to bear in mind across any type of invoicing platform. So again, Wave does have free invoicing. You are just going to pay a fee on processing the payments. Again, if you are going to be processing payments through your invoices. I guess some of you may just be sending out invoices and maybe you accept cash on the back end. It just depends on how you plan on doing your invoicing and processing your payments. A lot of these different invoicing platforms do offer the ability for you to get paid as well on the invoice automatically, which does also save you time as well. So you're not wasting a bunch of time setting up PDFs and then having a separate payment platform. It's nice just to have it all sort of cohesive and all in one. So as you can see here with Wave, again, you can send the professional invoices like I showed you. You can get paid via credit cards as well. Now, in terms of overdue reminders, that is on the Pro version. Again, some features are on the Pro level version of things. You can also, again, you can set up recurring billing as well. That is on the Pro plan. But if you do just want basic invoicing, that is available on the free version. Again, you can create and send those invoices to your customers. And in addition to that too, because they are also a bookkeeping software, if you do want to use them for bookkeeping and accounting, you can also use Wave for that as well. Again, they have a free app on iOS and Android as well if you are interested in downloading those, so you can send invoices on the go. And as you can see here, this is what you would pay as far as little as 1% per transaction on, credit card and bank payments. So that is something, worth keeping in mind. You're going to be paying some sort of processing fee no matter what company you decide to go with. The nice thing is Wave is one of the more affordable, cheaper options. Again, that's why they are at the top of this list. Again, if we take a look here at the pricing, again, the specific pricing of the Pro plan is always subject to change. But on the starter plan, it is free, and you can create unlimited estimates, invoices, bills, and bookkeeping records, and you can invoice on the go with the Wave app. And you have, again, the option to accept the online payments with the platform. Again, as you can see here with the credit card transactions for the accepting online payments, that's that 2.9% plus 60 cents that you can expect there. Now, again, these specific rates may be different for you depending on what country, state, you're located in, as well as some other specifics about the nature of your business. So just bear that in mind with a lot of these different invoicing platforms. When you're going in and getting set up, that is essentially the starting rate, but it might look different for you. Again, that's what most people would get. It can vary depending on maybe volume-based discounts with certain companies, as well as industries and maybe the nature of your business, whether you're a lawn care company or maybe you're selling other services or something like that. Your processing rates may differ. So just bear that in mind. But again, you can also send out those invoices here within Wave. So again, that is Wave. Highly, highly recommend them. So that's why they're at this number one spot. Again, if you do want to get signed up with Wave, you can go and check out the links down below in the video description. Getting into the number 2 spot, we have Square. Now, Square, hands down, is one of the most popular platforms when it comes to small business in general. And they do also offer invoicing. So the nice thing about Square is they are also a payment processor where you can process those payments directly through Square. I actually just created another tutorial video on the channel going over how to get started with Square invoices and invoicing on Square specifically as well. If you do want to check out that video, you can feel free to do so as well. So as you can see here with Square Invoices, and one thing I will note about Square Invoices compared to a lot of other invoicing software out there, they are very simple to use and have a lot of options in terms of pay later type of setup where you can kind of make people pay in installments. You can do recurring payments. You can extend it out to certain days, and you can really get into the nitty-gritty detail on Square Invoicing a lot more so than maybe some of the other platforms. Again, as you can see here, you can make things recurring, you can schedule them out, send reminders. You can also edit the branding a little bit, maybe not necessarily as much, and you can't really edit the actual feel of it as much as maybe other invoicing software, and but you can at least edit the colors and the logo, which are the main things that most people care about anyway. As you can see here, you can save time. You can set up multiple different estimates and invoices and sort of get like an overview of your business. As you can see here, over 77% of Square invoices get paid within a day. They are also just very nice and simple. That's one thing I do really like about their platform. Overall, they do have a plus version if you do want to edit the invoices a bit more than the free version. But again, they do have a free version. In terms of processing the payments, the actual fees, in terms of the processing rates, it is a little bit more expensive depending on how you're processing these invoices. Now, you can, do in-person payments as well. But if you're doing online payments, it is a little bit higher. So you are going to be paying a slightly higher processing rate on the free version. Whereas if you do want to save a little bit of money, you do get discounted processing rates on the plus. So that is something worth, maybe comparing between the free version. But the nice thing is you can send unlimited invoices on the free version as well. And then you can, again, like you see here, the different processing rates do vary depending on how things are processed and keyed in to the setup. The nice thing about Square Invoicing is if you do want to use them for other aspects of your business, in terms of Square as a whole, maybe you want to add on point of sale software, or maybe you need a website, all those other things all tie into the Square ecosystem. So you can sort of have like one big dashboard for your business, even beyond just invoicing. But if all you're looking at is invoicing, you can still even just use Square for the free invoicing as well. Moving in at the number 3 spot, we have Zoho. Now, Zoho actually has completely free Zoho invoicing. I also actually just did a tutorial on specifically Zoho Invoice, how to get started with them. So if you want to check out that video as well, feel free to do so. But they have completely free invoicing software, as you can see here, for a small business. They don't have any paid versions. Even if you look at the pricing, it's all 100% free. They do also have a demo account that you can go ahead and check out as well. The nice thing about Zoho Invoice is that it does tie into the overall Zoho ecosystem. I've covered a lot of other Zoho products on the channel. They also have a CRM platform. So if you're looking for an invoicing software that also ties into a CRM, that's where Zoho could be a really good choice for you. If you do want that, they do also have a free version of the CRM as well. That is a bit more limited, of course, because again, CRM software is something typically more premium, in terms of the software space. But that is one other nice thing about Zoho. And you also have, Zoho accounting that you can get set up with too. So they do kind of give you at least a nudge into that ecosystem, which can be nice. Or you can just opt to use just purely Zoho Invoice as well. But that is one of the other side benefits of using something like Zoho. As you can see here, this is sort of like what the dashboard looks like. You got your sales, expenses. You can add in customer data, new invoices, expenses, things like that. As you can see here, they have a basic template. It is a little bit less user friendly compared to maybe Wave or especially Square. Square has some of the easiest user friendliness, but Zoho Invoice is still pretty good in terms of the way that it operates. Again, you do also have the different mobile apps as well. They do also have time tracking too, and quotes, expenses, different reporting. As you can see here, you do have more options in terms of the way that you want your invoice to look. So depending on, the level of detail that you might need to put into your invoicing, again, that might be a determining factor for you too as well, whereas Zoho Invoice does have quite a lot of detail that you can type into the invoicing as well. So that is something else worth considering there. But yeah, Zoho Invoice, another great, completely free option. Moving in next in this list at the number 4 spot, we have PayPal. Now, PayPal is, of course, quite infamous and great for businesses, and also I get where maybe some of the negative connotation comes from as well. So depending on the nature of your business, it may or may not be a good option, depending on how many payments that you plan on processing and the countries as well. Now, the nice thing about PayPal is they are a very international company, so you can process payments quite globally. The fees can get a little bit high, so that's maybe one of the other drawbacks to them. But the nice thing about PayPal is it is very simple and easy to send out. Pretty much anyone can pay it because either they have a PayPal account or they even have a credit card. You can also process that too on PayPal. But the fees are a bit higher than maybe some of the other platforms out there that exist, and some of the other platforms that I've mentioned already, and ones I'm going to be mentioning a little later in the video as well. The nice thing about PayPal is a lot of people maybe already have a PayPal business account. I know I have sent PayPal invoices, and it's very easy. And for that reason, that's why I've chosen to use them in the past to send invoices because it's just so easy. And if you already have a PayPal business account, all you got to do is click send invoice, type in a number, and boom, you can send it out. You can get into the details of what you want to add. I will say it's maybe a little bit more complicated to add specifics, beyond just typing a description. It is a little bit more limited in what you can edit, especially on the customer data side of things. It kind of pigeonholes you into certain lengths and things like that on the customer data. But with that being said, it is still a very easy, simple way to send out invoicing. As you can see here with their Flora landscaping, you type in the amount and you click send. It's very easy to send out. Even quick invoices too. They also have a quick invoicing feature where you don't even really have to edit the invoice at all. You just type in a dollar amount and send it off. That is very useful to save time. Low rates, yeah, sort of. Depending on the countries and things like that, it can be a little bit more expensive on the actual processing fee. Now, again, like you see here, there are no monthly subscription fees, which is nice. And you can send unlimited invoices. Again, you're only going to pay that processing fee when you're getting paid. Again, pretty much all the companies in this video are like that in terms of you just paying on the processing fees, essentially. But that is something worth considering as well. I really do like how simple and easy it is to use PayPal invoicing. Again, as you can see here, you can very quickly customize things and just send out invoices super quick and fast. As you can see here, yes, they are a little bit more expensive if people are using PayPal or Venmo or Pay Later compared to debit cards, credit cards. So that is the option there in terms of the overall pricing. Again, there are no monthly or setup fees, which is nice. So again, it does depend on your business as to what your fees may be over time. But that's sort of the baseline starter fee. So again, creating invoices, very easy to do with PayPal. That's why I mentioned them here in this video. Again, PayPal invoicing, very, very easy to use. Again, you maybe already even have a PayPal account. Moving on, next in this list, we have Intuit QuickBooks. Now, this one actually might be a shocker because you would think, oh, QuickBooks is just an accounting software and they charge a lot of money. This is a newer feature that they have added, and it is a free invoicing software. So this is specifically QuickBooks Money. This is a newer product that QuickBooks has added to their lineup where you can actually create like a bank account and process invoices. So it's sort of like a high yield savings bank account for your business, and they aren't charging any monthly fees. So it's sort of a way to get new customers in the door, maybe customers that are new to business. Maybe you're just getting started. You don't really have the money to pay for their regular accounting software just yet. Or you just really don't need it, frankly, either. At least the more advanced version, then QuickBooks Money might be a good option. And they also have invoicing attached to that, which I'll get into in just a moment. But I figured I would give you a little brief introduction to what QuickBooks Money is. Again, it has a few different things. It's a different tier within the QuickBooks ecosystem that is, again, completely free. So it is like a business bank account that you can get set up with. They also pay you interest, and this is where the money that you're going to process with your invoices that's where the money gets sent, at least initially. You can, of course, transfer it out to other bank accounts that you have, but it will basically sign you up with a high yield savings account. Right now, they're offering 5% APY, which is kind of nice. Again, depends on what our interest rates are. When you're watching this video, that may be completely different. But you can send invoices. Again, this is what you're here in the video for. So you can send, instantly payable invoices. The nice thing about that is you can customize it, and, it looks very professional because it is through the QuickBooks ecosystem. So people, they also have the whole QuickBooks customer database too. So maybe some people are already in that as well, which can be nice. Again, you can manage payments in here. So you can accept, credit, debit, bank, Apple Pay, PayPal, Venmo, and get your, invoices sent out and paid. It is very simple. I do like using QuickBooks for sending out invoices. One of the other things, which I'll get into in just a moment, is their fees are really unbeatable in the industry. And that's why I highly recommend them especially if you're going to be sending out high dollar amount invoices, and those fees really make a big difference. That might be the difference between, a $30 fee or a $3 fee. Things like that, or some within that range or something like that. It can make a big difference, especially on bigger invoices. Especially at that $1,000 range, the fees do add up quite quickly on the higher dollar amounts on your invoices. Again, the nice thing with QuickBooks Money is you can also get the same day deposits too. They also do send that here within the QuickBooks Money. And you can also track your overall cash flow, which is sort of like an additional side benefit to managing your business too within just the invoicing setup of QuickBooks Money. As you can see here, it is completely free. And then they do also have invoicing. And in terms of the actual fees, this is the juiciness right here. 1% on ACH bank payments. So one other thing is you can also customize the invoices to only accept ACH bank payments. So you can sort of hold people for ransom a little bit. Like, hey, you're not going to pay these. You're not going to pay with a credit card or digital wallet. You're going to pay with this so that I only pay a 1% fee. I get that maybe not every customer is able to pay via ACH bank payment, or maybe they want to pay with a credit card instead. But that is sort of a way to kind of like nudge people in, like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Please pay with ACH bank payments so we don't have to pay a huge credit card fee. I know a lot of business owners don't want to pay more than they need to. And with a 1% bank payment fee, that's very juicy and very nice as well. And that's why I definitely recommend QuickBooks overall. But the QuickBooks Money is a free way to sort of, just start sending invoices through QuickBooks, which is pretty cool. Again, it's a newer offering that they started offering. Moving on, next in this list, we have Invoice Ninja. Now, I have mentioned them on another invoicing video in the past, and they are, again, a free invoicing software for small business. The nice thing about a platform like Invoice Ninja is it is really primarily focused around invoicing. So if you want more complicated, more complex invoices, maybe Invoice Ninja might be good for you. They do also have an overall dashboard so you can see where all your invoices are at and sort of manage things from a higher level, a little bit more advanced than something like what PayPal has to offer, or even Wave or Square or things like that. It's really focused around purely invoicing. and seeing like where everything is at in their overall workflow. You can also edit the invoices quite a bit more than some of the other platforms here as well. You can also set up timing on specific projects. Some of those features are more like higher level features that you can get within something like QuickBooks. But that's one of the nice things about using a platform like Invoice Ninja. Now, in terms of the pricing, this is one of the downsides is on the free version. Again, because we're focusing primarily on free versions here in this video, it's 20 clients limited. So if you do have more than 20 clients, you do need to consider their like paid plans on the monthly or annual. Again, pricing is always subject to change depending on when you're watching this video. You also have unlimited invoicing on those 20 clients, but you are limited to 20 clients. So I have to say that there is like a big disclaimer that if you're over that number, maybe don't use them, or just consider and know that you're going to need the paid version. Again, the paid version does offer a lot more than some of the other free invoicing software companies mentioned in this video do offer. So that is something worth looking into for you in your small business. Again, they do have a lot of different invoice templates too in the free version. So, Invoice Ninja can be a good option. It just depends on, what you're looking for. And again, how many clients you have too. Like you see here, you can get a lot more detailed into how you want to edit and tweak your invoices, a lot more than the other platforms that are more just like more set up to be simple. These are set up to be a little bit more advanced, a little bit more professional as an invoicing software. So if a lot of your business is around invoicing, maybe Invoice Ninja might be good for you. Moving on, next in this list, and last but not least, we actually have Stripe. Now, Stripe is primarily a payment processing company, but I did figure I would mention that they do also offer very basic, simple invoicing for free. Now, you do have to pay on the actual transaction dollar amount, up to a certain amount depending on the business type, but it is free to get started and start sending out invoicing with Stripe. Again, I figured I would mention them because they are a popular payment gateway, payment processing platform. Few of the other companies out there for invoicing even just connect you with Stripe to actually process the payments. And Stripe is just a very popular payment processing platform as well. But they do also have simple invoicing. So as you can see here, you can set up product details, invoice numbering, discounts, coupons. And it's a very simple, easy payment page that people can go to and make payments off of a very basic invoice. Now, this is not at all, the same level of detail that you would get with like Invoice Ninja, or frankly, really most of the other platforms mentioned in this video are you have a lot more detail in terms of what you want to add. But if you just want a very easy, quick way to process payments, Stripe might be a good option. In terms of the pricing, you are just paying off of the per paid invoice price. In terms of the actual, cost there. So that is something else worth considering. You do also need a Stripe, if you need a Stripe payments account. So it does depend on like what your business is set up as far as, getting started with them. But again, the Stripe payments pricing will also apply there. So you have to add the invoice fee on top of the standard Stripe pricing. So, compared to some of the other platforms, it might end up being like about the same realistically, or even slightly more expensive. It's just if you want something else that's pretty simple and maybe you're already using Stripe to process payments, it could be just another easy way for you to add in invoicing in your business, is to just start using Stripe for invoicing too. Again, it is an additional fee to the regular Stripe pricing. Again, depending on, there are custom packages. If you are processing a lot of payments, you can get cheaper rates. It depends on the country, the business. You have to talk to them really to get custom rates. But, you can send out invoices and manage it, just directly in your Stripe account. As you can see here, you can see like payments processed, recurring invoices, things like that. It can be just another easy thing to add to your dashboard. Again, maybe if you're already familiar with Stripe, or maybe you're already using Stripe for just very basic invoicing. So again, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video here today on 7 of the best free invoicing software. Again, some of these companies, pretty much all of them, you're going to have to pay payment processing fees. You can't really get around that. But all of these don't have any like upfront monthly subscriptions just to use the invoicing software. The actual invoicing software is free, and you're just paying for processing the payments through these platforms. So again, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you do want to check out any of the companies of invoicing software and free invoicing software mentioned here in today's video, you can go ahead and check out those links down below in the video description. Again, some of which are affiliate links, which is a great way to help out and support the channel. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that was all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one.